This video will explain the details of installing, operating, and maintaining your SciCan STATIM B G4 Plus vacuum autoclave. To ensure years of safe, trouble-free service, please read the manual before operating this unit and keep it for future reference. Thank you for adding the STATIM B G4 Plus vacuum autoclave to your practice. The STATIM B is a compact 6-liter autoclave with fractionated vacuum technology designed for flexible loading, shorter cycle times, and enhanced digital capabilities. The drawer-style autoclave allows for easy one-handed opening and reprocesses 2 8x11 cassettes or up to 12 pouches, delivering sterilized and dry-wrapped instrument loads in as little as 27 minutes. The STATIM B's intuitive interface is easy to use and offers a choice of languages. Its large, high-definition 13-centimeter touchscreen has light and dark mode options. The easy-to-clean glass surface is responsive to gloved fingers, so you can scroll through menu features like a smartphone. LED lights indicate the status from standby to operating to cycle complete. Step-by-step videos play directly on the unit, making maintenance easy. Your STATIM B comes with the following components: instrument tray set, waste bottle, power cord, operator's manual, memory stick, exhaust tubes, direct-to-drain kit, pouch rack, tray extractor, Ethernet cable, extra chamber filters, extra bacteriological filter. The STATIM B is a small footprint sterilizer designed to fit snugly into steri-centers where space can be limited. With the same footprint as the STATIM 5000, the STATIM B fits anywhere a cassette autoclave can. The STATIM B should be installed on a flat, level, water-resistant surface with a minimum of 5 centimeters between the top, sides, and the back of the unit. STATIM B's Wi-Fi-enabled G4 Plus technology can connect and send cycle data to your smart devices or computer, allowing staff to focus on the most important thing in a dental practice, the patients. Maintenance reminders, instructions, and the option for automatic user interface software updates keep your STATIM B in good working order. And the G4 technology can connect your unit to specialized technicians, providing remote support and minimizing unnecessary downtime. If your STATIM B has not been connected to the G4 network, follow the registration steps directly on the LCD screen. You can also consult your operator's manual to learn how to connect your unit to a wireless network or Ethernet connection in a few simple steps. Once online registration is complete, you can view all your unit's records through your web browser or send cycle records to an administrative email address. The STATIM B requires deionized, demineralized, or steam-distilled water. Your STATIM B's default filling option is manual filling. This is done directly through the reservoir port on the top of the unit. STATIM B can also be configured to automatically fill the water reservoir using a water filtration system, or an external water tank with an auxiliary pump. If you are connecting your STATIM B to any of these external filling devices, make sure your unit is set to the automatic filling mode. The recommended draining setup for the STATIM B is to connect the exhaust hoses directly to a drain using the direct-to-drain kit supplied with your unit. This will prevent any accidental waste bottle overflows if the bottle isn't emptied regularly. This is also the best draining option to use when you are using an automatic filling system. Any new central drain point installation should be done by a technician. The second drain option is to use the waste bottle that comes with your STATIM B. Remember to carefully monitor the waste bottle to avoid overflow. The best practice for using the waste bottle is to empty the bottle every time you refill the clean water reservoir. With either draining setup, it is important to make sure the exhaust tubes are not kinked, bent, or obstructed. The STATIM B has several sterilization programs, each with a selection of holding times and each optimized for fast and effective drying. Cycles include solid unwrapped, solid wrapped, a universal cycle, and a rubber and plastic cycle. The unit also has 2 custom cycles. And units in some markets may also have hollow unwrapped and hollow wrapped cycles. The STATIM B also offers test programs to periodically check the unit's effectiveness. A vacuum test, which needs to be completed with a cold chamber, as well as helix and Bowie-Dick tests. These are done in a warm chamber with the test packs placed on the tray. Follow your local guidelines on the required frequency for performing sterilization monitoring tests. Along the bottom of the touchscreen are some additional system icons. The lock icon indicates the status of the drawer lock. Flashing green means you can press it to unlock the drawer. The folder icon allows access to your cycle records. When this icon is pressed, the display will show all completed and incomplete cycles. Press on any cycle to view the cycle's details. When your unit is connected to the G4 network, all cycle data will be stored to the cloud. It is, however, recommended to keep a USB key installed as a backup. The connectivity icon shows the status of the network connectivity. It can also be used when connecting to the internet. The final icon is the settings icon, which gives you access to the user settings menu. The unit has several settings that can allow you to improve your workflow. Standby mode allows users to reduce time between cycles by keeping the chamber at a temperature that is optimal for your office's level of use. User traceable load release, sterilization monitoring documentation, and enhanced documentation features minimize the time required to manually document results. Maintenance videos and troubleshooting tips on the LCD screen put you in full control to keep your unit in good working order. Additional settings allow you to change between light and dark mode, adjust sound levels, set drying times, add printer options, and more. Instruments must be cleaned and appropriately prepared before being placed in the STATIM B. The drawer trays can be loaded while in the unit or removed and loaded on a counter. Load the first cassette on the lower tray, place the top tray back into position, making sure the tab sits securely in each corner. Then load the second cassette on the top tray. The STATIM B also includes a separate pouch rack that enables you to process up to 12 pouches in a load. The STATIM B can also process pouches using the standard trays. In this configuration, you may load 4 pouches on each tray with the paper side up. You may also sterilize a load that contains a mixture of both pouches and cassettes, or just a single cassette. Place the cassettes or pouches in the drawer and close and turn the knob to the locked position. Select the cycle appropriate for the load, then press the Start icon to begin the cycle. The STATIM B checks water quality, water level, and drawer status prior to starting a cycle. If there is an issue with any of these 3 conditions, the unit will not allow a cycle to start. Instead, a pre-cycle screen will appear to show you what condition needs to be addressed. If there's a red X next to water quality, drain the reservoir and refill with deionized, demineralized, or steam-distilled water. A red X next to water level and water quality means the water level is too low to run a cycle. Add deionized, demineralized, or steam-distilled water to the water reservoir to correct this condition. External surfaces should be cleaned daily using Optim wipes or a dampened cloth. The sterilization chamber, trays, and if applicable, waste bottles should be cleaned weekly. Clean the chamber and trays using a lint-free cloth dampened with water and wipe them dry. Every week, you should also inspect and clean the chamber filter. To do this, remove the chamber filter and clean it under running water. Clear the mesh of any debris. If the debris cannot be removed, replace the filter. The last weekly task is to completely drain the water reservoir and refill it. Note, if you are using the STATIM B in an ophthalmology practice, you should drain the water at the end of each day. Every month, inspect and clean the water reservoir filter. Every 6 months or 1,000 cycles, perform the following tasks. Clean the water reservoir filter as specified in the monthly schedule, and replace the bacteriological air filter, and replace the drawer seal. All maintenance scheduling and procedures are outlined in your manual. Additional details of installing, operating, and maintaining your SciCan STATIM B are all contained within the operator's manual. Please read these instructions before operating this unit and keep them for future reference. Thank you for upgrading your practice with the SciCan STATIM B G4 Plus Vacuum Autoclave. Visit SciCan.com to learn more about our other infection control products.